They didn't save a room for me. That's where it started, at the lobby counter of a seaside resort, the air smelling of salt and chlorine, and the receptionist's polite confusion cutting sharper than any insult. My sister stood beside me, her voice bright with mockery. "We reserved rooms for me, my husband, and my child," she said, tilting her head in that perfect imitation of sympathy. "We're the real family." My parents didn't defend me. My mother looked away. My father cleared his throat and mumbled something about limited availability. I just smiled. "Then I'll leave." I turned before they could answer, the automatic doors parting with a hiss like the world itself was done pretending. It wasn't always this way. When we were kids, my sister used to hold my hand crossing the street. She was louder, bolder, adored. I was the quiet one, useful when she needed help, invisible when she didn't. Our parents fed that imbalance with gentle neglect. She was their golden child, and I was convenient. But I stayed loyal. Even when they needed loans, help with paperwork, babysitting, I was there. I thought love meant patience, that if I gave enough, I'd be seen. Turns out, I was only ever a shadow in their light. The betrayal didn't come as a blow. It came as a pattern. The whispers when I entered a room, the family dinners forgotten to include me, the sudden coldness when I mentioned moving forward with my own plans. I overheard my sister once telling my mother I was too bitter, that I made people uncomfortable. My mother agreed. Still, I swallowed it, smiled through it, until the trip. That was supposed to be our family reconciliation. My sister booked the hotel herself. She sent the itinerary, the confirmations. My name wasn't anywhere. And when I asked, she laughed. "Oh, I assumed you'd find your own way. You're independent, remember?" That word, independent, had become their way of excusing exclusion. When I left a resort, I didn't cry. I drove to a small guest house 20 minutes away, checked in, and sat on the balcony overlooking the ocean. My phone vibrated with message after message. Calls from my mother, my father, my sister. I let them ring. By midnight, I'd already made my decision. Revenge wasn't born in rage. It was born in clarity. See, my family's business, the one my father started, my sister inherited, and I quietly ran behind the scenes, was still legally mine in part. I was the silent partner, the one they kept out of the spotlight but leaned on when things got hard. I handled the finances, the client accounts, the logistics. They trusted me because I never demanded credit. That trust became my weapon. I'd been preparing backups for months, not out of malice, but caution. Copies of contracts, bank transfers, proof of mismanagement. Things I noticed but ignored. Until that night. By dawn, I sent one email to the company's largest client, detailing every falsified report my sister had signed. I CC'd the board, the investors, and legal counsel. No dramatics, just truth. Then I filed my withdrawal as a partner. Clean, final. Within 48 hours, her world started to crack. The calls changed tone, from angry to panicked. My mother's voice broke on voicemail. "Please come back, we need to talk." I didn't answer. When the client pulled out, their accounts froze. The resort payment bounced. The family trip ended abruptly. My sister's husband took their child home early. My parents stayed behind to fix the mess. And me? I sat on that same balcony, the ocean still roaring below, calm as ever. 3 days later, I agreed to meet them in the same hotel lobby where it started. My sister's face was pale, her confidence cracked. "You ruined us," she said. I tilted my head, mirroring the gesture she once used on me. "No, you did that when you decided I wasn't family." My father's hands trembled. "We didn't mean—" "I know," I cut in. "You never mean it. You just do it." Silence. The kind that fills every regret you didn't know you had. I slid a document across the table, a final severance of all my ties to them, legally airtight. "Sign this. It's done." My sister's eyes burned. My mother's lips quivered. My father sighed and signed first. It was over. As I walked out, I passed the same reception desk, the same sea breeze. Only this time, I had no luggage, no expectation, no need for a room. They had taught me something vital that day. Belonging is not given, it's chosen. And I chose peace over proximity. They wanted me gone, so I gave them exactly that. And as the doors slid open again, I caught my reflection in the glass. Calm, certain, free. That's the thing about being the forgotten one. People never see you coming until they're watching you walk away.